Hello, folks. Pastor Rocky Branch. Hope you're doing great this morning. You know, it's very possible that God may just ask you to do something impossible in your life. You know, as you serve God, God may speak to your heart. He may lay upon your heart to do something that there's no earthly way that you can do it. You know, often in our lives, we wonder about the things that we're trying to do and how we struggle at those things, and they're within reach. But what about somebody like Noah, for example, that God said to Noah, build an ark? I mean, come on, 3 football fields long. 3 levels in it. Think about how large this thing was, and Noah had never done that before. Just think about some of the incredible things that God asked his servants to do. And right now, at Christmas time, one of the most famous is Mary. Think about Mary, when the angel came to Mary and said, you're going to have a child. I've never even been with a man. How can I do that? It's impossible. Do you know that God will ask you sometimes to do something that's entirely impossible in your mind? And that's where belief and faith comes in, and that's where your walk is so important. Now listen, in order to be in the position that God can ask you such a enormous question, is to walk with him, and talk with him, and fellowship with him, and live with him, and be with him, and know him. I want to promise you that the people God used in the Bible knew him. The people that he asked to do impossible tasks knew him. Now, Jonah is a good example. Jonah was asked to do something that he did not want to do, and to him it was so ridiculous that he didn't even try. He went the other way, but God put him back on course, and Jonah accomplished what God asked him to do. You see, God wants to use you in impossibilities in your mind, but they're possible in his. So what you're facing today might be overwhelming to you, or you might be in a position where you say, there's no way on earth. That's okay. That's a good sign. No way on earth, because there's a way in heaven. What does it say? Thy will be done in heaven, so as in earth. See, God wants to do something in you that is phenomenal, that you will know that you didn't do it. That you can sit down and reason and say, well, I didn't have the ability, I didn't have the contacts, didn't have the boldness, didn't have the education, didn't have the right, but God did this and this and this and this and this. Look at all that God has done and how that he's blessed. Don't put those to the side. Don't forget about those things. Remember how good God has been. God wants to do in your life something impossible, something incredible. Matthew 19:26, with men these things are impossible, but with God all things are possible. God wants to do something in you that not only blows the people's minds that watch you, but blows your mind also. God wants to help. Supposing you and I, that we make a commitment to walk so closely with God, well, that he can do something that we absolutely are blown away by. That's what he wants to do. And I trust if you will do this, I'll promise you this much: God will bless you for it. God bless you. We love you. And goodbye.